Hey guys, welcome along to Rumble TV. It's Monday night. That means our GT4s are out on track. Tonight we're at Barber Motorsport Park for our two 30-minute feature races. Got a field of around 20 cars tonight, so should be a fairly good racing coming up. Boys are just commencing their 15-minute open qualifying session, all on a out lap at the moment. We can see the details on the screen. It's currently nice 26 degrees out at Barber. Currently 41 here in Adelaide, so I'd much rather be there than here, but never mind. Alright, let's get on with some racing. Head down on track and see who's going to grab that coveted pole position. A couple of the McLarens out there tonight. Three of them. Moz Moroz, Damien Seeger, and I think that might be Mick Polly. Might be Keithy Logan actually. Pretty hard to distinguish between Mick Polly and Keithy Logan. They run the same livery, so we can see Henry Fenson already is lighting up the timing screen, waiting for boys to set their opening laps. As Big G joins us on the broadcast. How you going, G? Bit warm over there in Melbourne today. Big G joins us most weeks on the broadcast. Graham Ellis, former racer with the Rumble Racing Leagues. See, there you go, and that's why I have Big G on the broadcast. Keithy Logan has green wheels. I don't think. Let's see if we can. Mick's got black wheels. Yeah. Thanks for that, G. For the timing tower screen to set itself. There we go. So currently it's Henry with a 1:28.08. Big Polly slides up into second, so it's McLaren 1-2-3 at the moment, and Neville Mel in the Beamer and Loshy in the Porsche. Oh, Big G saying he could be on a comeback trail next season. Look forward to that. Good to have you back out on track, G. Up on Darren Linus. Darren tells me this is the Lego McLaren. I still reckon it looks like a box of Smarties, but Darren insists that it's actually the Lego McLaren. Lego, whatever. I think he should put a box of Smarties. Stephen Barker has joined us, another regular with us, normally out on track. How you going, Steve? Steve must be, I think Steve's working tonight, if memory serves me correct. Got a few boys that missed the odd round because of work commitments. It's fully understandable. I'm just glad I'm retired in this weather. As Neville Mel now jumps to the top of qualifying with a 27.742. Osmo Roz 27.9. They're the only two. Oh, it was, looks like, I think that was Glenn Hill parked on the side of the road with a badly bruised BMW. Get that back to the pits and get it sorted. Steve's working because the ships are in at the port. Hopefully Steve will be back again next week. Pick up on Ray Harrison, the BMW. Where's Ray? Currently down in 11th spot. To try and improve on that time. Himself up inside that top 10 if he can. It's about to tick over 6-minute mark of our 15 minutes of qualifying. Bring up some track temps. Currently 26 degrees out on track. Ambient of 20 degrees. It looks like the boys have spread themselves out a little bit tonight, which is good to see. Normally in qualifying they're trying to set a lap time nose to tail, but it looks like a few of them at least have spread themselves out tonight. Pick up on Loshi in the Porsche. Looks like the boys are not with us tonight, Glenn and Jack. Bit of a surprise. They're normally here on a Monday night for the GT4s. There's Loshi currently in that 4th position as he just ducks back into pit lane. We'll see if we can find Matt Tesorio in the big Merc. Matt currently up in that 7th position. Matt's been having a really good season so far. Been fairly consistent in the big Merc. The halfway mark now for our qualifying. Yeah. Pick up on Henry Fenson. Henry's moved up into that 4th spot now. Jumped ahead of Loshi. Yeah, gee, I think Ant's been doing a fair bit of GT3 running in the recent past, and he's just struggling a little bit jumping back into the GT4s. I think Ant's just looking for a bit of consistency at the moment. He's had a few unlucky rounds so far. I think if he can get 2 consistent races in tonight, he'll be more than happy with that. We'll go through patches where the luck just doesn't run with us. That's where he finds himself at the moment. There's Ant Connors currently down in 14th. Lap races tonight, so the boys have got plenty of time to settle in. Not going to win it in first couple of laps. But you can certainly lose it if you get caught up in someone else's incident. Yeah, pick up on Rob McGrath now in the in the big Merc. Jump on board with Rob for a lap. Yeah, I think he's off on. We're talking about Ant Connors. I think he's back on the road again shortly. I think the racing actually starts for the Porsches very shortly. So yeah, he'll find himself back on the road again. This is a tough part of the track. Blind as you come into the chicane. Rob did a very good job that time around through the fast chicane. Down the hill, this is the part where you have to be so careful over the crest of this hill. The car gets really light and you can run it wide. Doing a really good job so far. Off tracks play a big part. This track, you can rack them up very, very quickly. Rob crosses the line now. Currently up in 6th spot, doing well. Leading Merc out there at the moment. Leading Mercedes driver. The battle of the manufacturers. GT4 cars don't like the curves that much, hence to unsettle them. You get too greedy, crosses the line. I think he bettered his time that time around. Over a minute to go. I think most of the boys are actually quite comfortable with the times they've already set. See if we can find Lucas Baker in the Porsche. He's had a really good round last week. Up the front, battling in both races. But track temps now just gone up. Oz is now at the top of the totem pole. The 27.542. Neville Mill 27.6. Mick Polly into the 27s. Rob McGrath to the 27s. Henry Fenson 27s. And Loshi in the 27s. So our top 6 are all into the 1 minute 27s. And Damo in 6, 128 flat effectively. Make for some very interesting racing. It's over. bring up our grid for race one. So it'll be Moz Moroz out of one, then Neville Mel, Mick Polly, Rob McGrath, Henry Fenson, Loshy, Damo, and Lucas Baker. Matt Tesorio, Keithy Logan out of 10, then Ant Connors, Joshua Woolley. Yeah, flip over the page. Darren Linus, John Thorne, Tony S, Dave Gogol, Ray Harrison, Phil Paradiso, Campbell Hutton, Shannon Curry, and Glenn Hill. Last of our 21 runners. Damo just giving the boys some last minute instructions. Nearly everyone's gridded up. "30 seconds to go. Lights are on. Looks like the front two boys have got away cleanly, side by side. Looks like Moz will have the side run into turn one. Front two have managed to get a bit of a break. It's Mick Polly currently in third, coming under a little bit of pressure from Henry Fenson. Okay, Henry's got a good run out of a hairpin there. He should have that. Oh, we've got a crasher. That's Mick Polly. It's got it a little bit crossed up. Just coming over that crest. It's going to cost him a heap of spots. Meanwhile, looks like we've had a crasher off the start. This is Darren Linus. Oh, what were we saying, G, about luck or no luck? But that was Darren tangling with Ant Connors. Meanwhile, back up the front, it's Oz lead us through for the opening lap with Neville Mel in second, Henry Fenson third. Loshy's up 2 spots into that 4th place at the moment. Rob McGrath has dropped 1 spot down into 5th. Damo's up 1. Tony S is the big jumper so far. The opening lap and a half, he's jumped up 5 spots into the top 10. But Tony's had a really good start. Tony there in the Porsche, just ahead of teammate Josh Woolley, a Merc. In the field making their way through. So Mick Polly back there trying to make his way back through the field after that mishap on lap 1. And he's coming under a little bit of pressure from his teammate. I think there might have been a little bit of a nudge there. Josh is certainly telling Tony he needs to get a rig on. I think that's might be down to the fact that Josh himself is under a little bit of pressure from Ray Harrison behind in the Beamer at the moment. we look at the rear of Josh Woolley's big Merc. Ray gets on the gas a little bit earlier in the Beamer. Down through the gears, this is a tight bit of track. Crasher further back. Oh, we can just see it to the side there. That's it's Lucas Baker in the Porsche. I want to see what's happened to Lucas. In behind Amo. Oh, he's done it all on his own. Oh, just come up that hill. Just got a little bit light on him, and he's in the pits to get that repaired. We jump back up the front. Still Moz leading from Neville in the Beamer. Henry Fenson up into that third spot, followed by Loshi. With Neville. Beamer is so quick through the corners. I think the McLaren still has a slight edge in top end speed. We jump on board with Oz. But as you can see, the Beamer closes right up through the twisty sections of the track. We've got a few boys now that have done their pit stop. Not all voluntary. Some of them have had to go in and repair the damage of incidents. This got a bit of a freight train in behind him. The front three runners are all within a second of each other. Oh, it looks like Neville's. Looks like he's got the overtake done. Will Moz fight back or let him have it for the time being? So we're on lap 5. We've still got 15 laps to go, so only about quarter race distance at the moment. We go back and find Dave Gogol in the Merc. Good to see Dave back racing with us. Been off doing some real world speedway, working with one of the speedway teams, so it's good to have Dave back again tonight. Still got a fairly busy schedule, what Dave was saying, but managed to find the time to jump in and have a race tonight, which is good. You see now Damo's into the pits. The fuel pit stop. Let's have a look and see who's actually done their pit stop so far. So Damo is in fact the first leading on track, first car to have done his pit stop. Currently down in 14th. That looked like that looks like Moz. What's happened to Moz? Well, Moz has had a crash. It looks like Moz and Loshi. So what's happened here? Oh, Moz has just lost it on his own. Henry's got around. Oh, and he's collected Loshi. Wow, there's two of our front runners out. It's that's going to throw a cat amongst the pigeons. Moz now limps back into the pits. Leaves Neville Mel out in front. Meanwhile, we got more crashes further back. Looks like Campbell Hutton this time. His curves are catching. Oh, he's run wide out onto the grass. Lost it, and I think that's Darren Linus. Oh. There's a few boys a bit unlucky here in race one. We're back live. So that leaves Neville Mel now just under 2 seconds ahead of Henry Fenson. Rob McGrath now has moved up into third spot. He's got Matt Tesorio in the other Merc for close company at this stage. Damo jumps up a few more spots as the pit stops unfold. Henry Fenson in the meantime has set the quickest lap of the race so far. Lap 7, a 1:27.8. We've got Keith Logan, Josh Woolley and Phil Paradiso, I think that is, all in the pits now. As we can see, our top 6 have not pitted as yet. Damo currently in 7th is the first to have done their pit stops. A fair bit to unfold. We haven't even made half race distance yet. As Matt Tesorio now jumps into the pits. Henry Fenson sets another fastest lap, albeit by 1,000th. Still lowering that those lap times as tries to cut down Neville. Brought that gap down the front considerably. It's under 1.5 seconds now. Head back up the front. It's our front 3 runners, Neville, Henry Fenson and Rob McGrath. I think the boys will have about 10 or 11 laps of fuel. So as Neville Mel jumps into the pits, as does Henry Fenson. Let's wait and see what I think no, Rob's into the pits as well, so that puts Damo's our effective leader at the moment out on track. It just depends whether he can get before the boys have completed their pit stop. Still in the pit now. Henry's at pit exit. Hope he's fueled. So's Neville Mel now. Rob McGrath still in the pits. This is going to be close between Damo and Rob, I think. Here comes Rob now. This is a battle between Keithy Logan, Rob McGrath, and Matt Tesorio. Only 4th, 5th, and 6th. But Damo's managed to grab that 3rd spot at this stage. Apologies for Keithy jumping in and out off the screen. Just some known internet issues Keithy has, especially today when it's 40 odd degrees. For those of you that don't know, Adelaide NBN is not the best. Tends to go on the blink quite regularly. Looks like we've got a crasher further back in the pack. This is oh, sorry. But Glenn Hill might have got some damage there. It's actually Shannon Curry in the 24 Porsche. Oh, a lot of curb. Oh, that's the inside wall. No, keep it off. He's managed to save it, which is a great effort. Most guys end up on the inside wall there. So now that everyone's done their pit stops, Henry has now managed to eke out about a 3.5 second lead over Neville. Damo's grabbed that 3rd spot. Rob McGrath has just to get a little bit of a break over both Keithy and Tesorio. Right on board with Matt. He runs off track there. Most difficult to pass a car that tends to blink. Never quite sure where he is at any given time. Oh, looks like John Thorne's our latest victim, the Merc. Oh yeah, this is seen this a lot last night in our Motorsport Rumble with the little BMW M2, and like John's fallen latest victim to it. Let's get that outside wheel on the grass, and it just turns you hard left into the inside wall. Meanwhile, Mick Polly been steadily working his way back up through the field. Currently up into 10th, chasing down Tony S. Got about 7.5 laps to go. Track temp has stayed fairly consistent. It's 27 degrees. See, this field is fairly spread out now. It's got a bit of a run on Tony. Tries to switch. Oh, this is a tough place to be trying to do the overtake, but manages to get it done. That's Moz tucked in behind. Further up, Josh Woolley closing in on the back of Matt Sawyer and Keithy Logan. Rob McGrath having a fantastic race. He's managed to close that gap down on Damo as well. It's a battle for third. This will be interesting close to the race. Keithy Logan's about 3 seconds further back, so he's got Matt Tesorio and Josh Woolley to deal with. Love the sound of that big Merc. It's probably the best sounding GT4 out there. Meanwhile, Phil Paradiso has jumped into the pits. Like he might have had a bit of an off somewhere. If we can find out what's happened to Phil. I'm guessing this is going to be the final turn, and he's run it wide again and into the inside wall. It's almost like just keep hitting repeat. We're back live now on lap 15 of 20. Jump on board with Rob as he tries to work her way around Damo into that third spot. It's a very tough track, G. We've only ever raced this track once before in Rumble history. We did it in the Mazdas once, and everybody swore they'd never race here again. As Damo runs it wide, that's opened the door for Rob. I think he's managed to get that done. He has. It was clearly a mistake there from Damo, and that's opened the door. Rob's jumped straight in. Now, can Damo fight back? The closing stages. I know Damo, he'd be kicking himself about now. Meanwhile, at the front, Henry's got a very comfortable, nearly 4-second lead over Nev Mel, and then Neville's nearly 8 seconds up the road from Rob and Damo. You can see that's Keithy Logan, Matt Tesorio and Josh Woolley battling it out there for 5th, 6th and 7th at the moment. boys, cross the line. Lap 17. I still can't work out, gee, this track has got metal spiders everywhere. Everywhere you look, there's a metal spider, a sculpture. I'm not quite sure what the relevance of all these spiders is. We should have looked that up, shouldn't I? Remember that for next time. So we look at the rear of Big Merc. Namo hasn't given this away completely just yet. We go back and have a look at Moz and Big Polly. Battling it out, them making their way back through the field after those incidents we saw earlier. Our series leader Jack Boyd not here tonight. Points are vital for some of these boys. Apologies, Steve. I think you would have enjoyed it tonight. I don't know if you saw my post. We've done a few tweaks for this round, and the Merc has been given a bit of love, and as you can see from Rob McGrath, it certainly seems to have benefited from having those tweaks, as we see the two McLarens fighting it out on track. Vic manages to stay ahead of Moz on this occasion. Meanwhile, Damo is close right up onto the back of Robbo. Damo's not going away without a fight. Got a feeling Rob's going to make that Merc one of the longest, widest cars that Damo's ever seen on track over these closing 2 laps. I think Henry's gone into cruise mode now. Neville just on the radio. I'm not sure what all that was about. Right on board with Damo. The leaders now have started their final lap. We pick up on our leader, Henry. See Neville just in the background there. About 4 seconds that gap now. Keeping an eye on the oh, Looks like Keithy Logan has got through on Josh Woolley. That could be Keithy's internet too. I've been caught with that before. As Henry makes his way down the back straight. A fairly comfortable victory for young Henry in the end. Henry takes the checkered flag. Neville will be home second. Looks like Rob McGrath's going to hold on for that third spot. Amo will definitely get home in fourth. We wait for Keithy Logan, Joshua Woolley, Matt Tesorio. And it should be Moz Moroz, Mick Polly. Next, Tony S. Yeah, Darren Linus should be next. Smarties McLaren. Ray Harrison to cross the line. Oh, looks like Ray's out of petrol. He's coasting. That'll gift a spot to Dave Gogol. Ray's just gonna make it over the line. The rest of the field now completed the race. We'll have some official results up very shortly, but in the meantime, boys are having a quick 5-minute break for our next race, so I'll do likewise, and we'll be back very shortly. Hey guys, welcome back. Our warm-up is nearly over. I have had a chance to grab a quick refreshment in this heat. Just had a quick chat to Damo, and according to his story, he didn't panic. He was trying to fuel save. He thought being out on the grass was the best way to do that. So yeah, I'm not sure. Give him the benefit of the doubt, I suppose. Look, the grid for race 2, maybe. So it's going to be Henry Fenson from Neville Mell, Rob McGrath, Damo, Ethy Logan, Josh Woolley, Matt Tesorio, Moz Moroz, Mick Polly, Tony S, Darren Linus, Dave Gogol. And it's Ray Harrison, John Thorne, Lucas Baker, Wayne Losh, Shannon Curry, Campbell Hutton, Glenn Hill, Phil Paradiso, and Ant Connors. So they line up for our race 2. The lights come on. Just about set. Looks like Henry's got the jump away. They try to sort themselves out. Someone's wide down to McLaren. I think that might be Damo, actually. Henry's managed to hold on to that lead through the first couple of corners. So far, it looks like everybody's got through safely. Track temperature dropped this time around. We're down to 21 degrees track temp. It's later in the day, of course. This race was scheduled for around about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Damo's looks like he's lost a couple of positions in this opening lap. He's down 5 spots now, down into 9th. Matt Tesorio's had a great start, up 3, that 4th spot, putting a bit of pressure on the back of Rob McGrath. Looks like we've got a couple of early pitters this time. Both Loshi and Ant Connors have gone into the pits. Moz is also into the pits, so a complete change of strategy this time. See how that plays out for the boys a bit later on. As Henry now has opened that gap out to about 1.2 seconds. Have certainly started this race in impressive fashion. They're 3rd, 4th and 5th at the moment of our front runners. They make that way through that fast chicane. It's always great to watch the cars slide across that the curbs on that chicane. Glenn Hill now has jumped into the pits. Like Damo's into the pits this time around. Same with Shannon Curry. But a few boys going very early with their pit stops. Looks like the race has settled down a bit earlier this time around. Whoa! That was Glenn Hill that was trying to take the camera out that time around. Well, Neville's sticking with Henry this time around. That's the fastest lap time. Dino says good luck to everybody out on track. Hopefully we'll see Dino back racing with us one day when he's had enough of the supercars. Battle of the two Porsches here. This is Lucas Baker and Tony S. battling it out for 8th and 9th at the moment. Lucas is up 6 spots currently. Most of anyone in this race so far. Phil Paradiso's up 5. Oh. It's great to see the different lines some of these boys take through some of these faster corners. Some are conservative, others not so much. Jump on board with Lucas as he hassles the back of Tony S's Porsche. Tony runs a bit of a defensive line down into the hairpin. Still only quarter race distance, so there's a long way to go. No need to be too impatient just yet. Over the crest, down the hill. Here, Lucas just getting off the throttle through that chicane. Again, wait to get back on the throttle. This is where Lucas came unstuck in race 1. Only got a bit of curb there. Lucas is right up behind. Will he try and get the pass done? Turn 1 is a risky move. Thinks better of it. Probably wise. Stage of the race. Lucas has got it done this time around. Tony looks to try and cut back underneath, but I think Lucas has closed the door on that opportunity. Darren's got a run. I think Tony might have just been a little bit hot there. Darren Linus has managed to grab that spot. So Tony's dropped back a couple of spots the last couple of laps. While Mick Polly has made his way forward. On the back of his of the team boss at the moment. Keithy Logan directly ahead. Keithy currently in that 6th spot, down 1 from where he started. We've got Southern Cross boys running line astern, 6th, 7th and 8th at the moment. It's a good return for Southern Cross. The boss will be happy with that. Just point in the race. Looks like Mick's giving the boss a bit of a hurry up now. Boys that have pitted, Damo made his way up onto the back as looks like Ray Harrison now into the pits. Keithy Logan also into the pits. Rob McGrath still holding down that 3rd spot. Sorio staying with him. Oh, we've all suddenly bunched up at the front. I don't know whether Henry made a bit of a mistake or our front 4 runners are still fairly close to each other at this stage. Josh Woolley, it's Mick Polly. It's clear of Keithy Logan, who, as we saw, jumped into the pits last time around. Looks like Neville Mell decided that he's into the pits, quickly followed by the 2 Mercs, as Henry runs it very wide out of that final turn. Start lap 9. Effectively puts Josh Woolley up into 2nd at this stage. Darren Linus now up into 3rd. These boys are yet to pit. Looks like the remainder of the boys are now all doing their pits. I would imagine that these boys will be into the pits this time around. Neville Mell's come back out on track and got about a 4-second lead over Moz, who's now ahead of Rob McGrath. We just need to wait and see where the top 3 boys come out once they've done their pit stops. So Henry's into the pits. Josh Woolley's also into the pits. I suspect Darren Linus, yep, has done the same. So there's our 3 remaining drivers now all doing their pit stop. Yeah. Go back to Neville Mell. Yeah, the front 3 boys are still in the pits. Henry's at pit exit. He'd be making his way down. And it looks like Henry's come back out on track. About a 3-second lead at this stage over Neville. Let's pop Moz back up into third now. He's still got the Mercs and the McLarens. We're at half race distance now. Everyone should have completed their pit stops. But from here on, it's just a drag race to the finish. Moz has been able to make much headway into our front two. Henry has about a 3.5 second lead over Nev as they commence lap 11. 127.9, 128 flat. So Moz has definitely got the hammer down and he's bringing the tribe with him. So could get rather interesting over the closing stages. Oh, well, like Baker, a Porsche has had a, he's done the same thing, same spot as last time. I think he's managed to avoid. Oh, just it was Damo there that was would have been sweating bullets. He managed to get through. See that gap between Neville and Moz. Trainer car still following Moz at this stage. Polly is closing up on the back of Josh Woolley. Meanwhile, Ant Connors, the Beamer, having a better race this time around, that's for sure. Closing in on the back of Tony S. Ant's up 8 spots so far. A lot better run in the Beamer. Lucas Baker heads into the pits to get that damage fixed. On board with Ant Connors, the Cobra. See the sun slowly starting to set. It's late in the day. About 20 past 4 sim time over at Barber Motorsports Park. That sun, that glare will be frustrating some of the drivers, no doubt. Oh, the Beamer certainly had a bit more speed through that section of the track. He's going up the inside. Not gonna get it done there. Cornering speed of the Beamer is probably the best of all the GT4s at the moment. It just lacks that little bit of straight line speed. It's a little bit slow out of the corners. I think they could be trying to brake that little bit later. But that invitation to try and overtake the guy in front, you tend to try and brake that little bit later, but it's not always the best way forward. This part of the track, Beamer really excels, but of course very difficult to overtake through here. Oh, that's about it. Gonna try the over under. Back up the front, not much has changed except for Rob has closed that gap on Moz. Josh Woolley has consolidated that 5th spot at this stage ahead of Mick Polly. Keithy Logan, Matt Tesorio, Loshi, Damo, still glued together. Crashes further back. Go back and have a look and see what this is Glen Hill. All got out on the grass. That was closely followed by John Dawn, also had a moment. Again, out onto the grass. Managed to keep that pretty much off the wall, which is a great effort. And then it's going to be the final corner curse. It looks that way as Ray Harrison into the wall. I'm not sure how many that is. And looks like so got another one in Shannon Curry. What's happened to Shannon? I think he's just touched the back of Tom Thorne there and looped it. I don't think there's any damage, so be right to go. It looks like Glen Hill, Lucas Baker have had enough for the night. They've both called it quits. Lucas has just sent us a message saying that his steering is disconnected, so he's obviously had some technical equipment issues there. But Rob still chasing down Moz for that 3rd spot. I think the two front boys are fairly comfortable at this stage. Was just able to maintain that bit of a gap. Oh, I think the only other one, Damo's still glued to the back of Loshi. Looks like Ant Connors is still trying to find a way past the Porsche as well. Been another really great night of racing, Lucas. I think the smaller fields and the different tracks has certainly produced some great racing so far this season. Campbell Hutton is to try and get a move done on John Thorne. Too much of Campbell tonight, so let's jump on board with Campbell as he tries to find a way past the blinking John Thorne. As that sun lowers even further. John's disappeared completely. Not sure where John's gone now. That would be very disconcerting. Oh, there he's back. Or he was. He's telling me that John and Campbell are swapping positions all the time, but I'm not quite sure where John is, to be honest. So I think we'll leave that one to Campbell to sort out, and so go back and find Matt Tesorio, who's currently in 8th spot, tucked in behind Keithy Logan at the moment. Mick Polly just up ahead of these two. There's Mick in the McLaren, chasing down Josh Woolley. What have we got? About 2.5 laps to go of this race. Henry's had it all fairly easy since the pit stops. Just to maintain that just over 3-second gap. So Neville throws the Beamer up over the curbs. Rob McGrath still there in that 4th spot. Been under a second. Oh, as Henry runs it wide there. Rob's been under that second the whole time. Pit stops, but just hasn't been able to find a way through on Moz. We saw last week with Moz. He's a very hard customer to get past, as like Loshy's had a bit of an adventure. Not sure what this is all about. Have a look. I know he had Damo tucked in behind him. A lot of curb there. Oh, he's just run it wider. No damage. Play on. Lap and a half to go on around. Oh, this battle between Tony S and Ant Connors, what's happened here? Wow, I don't know what to call that. It was like synchronized spinning. We go back to Henry, who's on the last lap now. I don't think I've ever seen two cars spin simultaneously without actually touching each other. He's just got to bring it home now. We've got around about that 2.5 second gap back to Moz. Rob's still there right on the back of Moz, but not sure if there's going to be any way through. Moz grabs a fair bit of inside curb that time around. I can tell that Moz is pushing it hard. Henry just makes his way through the last couple of corners. Should grab the checkered flag. He does. Well done to Henry. Neville Mel will come home. Oh, I think Rob gave it everything there. Moz is going to hold on for that third spot. It's going to be Josh Woolley, I think. And, Big Polly and Keithy Logan. Matt Tesorio. Loshy's in there. Damo. Darren Linus next. Then it should be Dave Gogol home in 12th. And it looks like Ant Connors will finally get home just ahead of Tony S after battling through the whole race. John Thorne comes home next, and then it'll be Campbell Hutton. And then the last of our two official runners will be Phil Paradiso and Shannon Curry. Get some official results up fairly quickly. There we have it. So it was Henry Fenson over Neville Mel, Moz Moroz home in third. Then Rob McGrath, great night of racing from Rob, a third and a fourth. That's a big night. Well done, Robert. Josh Woolley, another great night, home in fifth. Then Mick Polly, fighting back from his woes in race one. Keithy Logan, consistent as always. Then Matt Tesorio, a very consistent night. Loshy, who had those dramas in race one, and Damo, who probably was trying to save fuel again in race two. That's what he'll tell us anyway. And it was Darren Linus, Dave Gogol, Anthony Connors, a better run in race two, Tony S, John Thorne, Campbell Hutton, Phil Paradiso, and Shannon Curry. And I think that that was it for our runners that finished. Ray Harrison completed the race, albeit a couple of laps down after a couple of crashes. And Glenn Hill and Lucas Baker, who quite make it to the end. So wraps up a really good night of racing here at Barber Motorsport Park. Next week for round 4, we're actually at Belle Isle for our one and only enduro for this season. So if you're around next Monday night at 7 p.m. Adelaide time, make sure you check it out. Be a 75-minute one race enduro from Belle Isle, which will be interesting, depending on the weather, of course. And don't forget, next Sunday night, our Motorsport Rumble kicks off at 7 p.m. Adelaide time, where the boys will be racing the BMW M2 from Winton Sunday night. So that should be interesting as well. So until then, stay safe, enjoy your sim racing, and hopefully we'll catch you next Monday night.